How to create an income stream in retirement. Translated, how do you create an income stream in retirement? Hi there, I'm Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. We're going to talk about how to create income with annuities, without annuities, because some of you will find out you probably don't need an annuity and some of you will, but I'm going to give you that objective take after 30 plus years in the business after this. So how do you create an income stream in retirement? If you ask 10 advisors, they're going to give you 10 different answers, and a lot of their answers are going to be focused on what they want to sell you. Let's take a little broader approach than that. Having worked with Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, Payne Weber, UBS, the way that they wanted you to approach income in retirement is what's called the 4% rule, meaning that keep your money in the market, still be a player, roll the dice overhand with a running start, and then take 4% out of the profits, okay? This theory has been disproved by everybody, including the infamous Wade Fowle. He's gone through and just said, this doesn't work, because what happens in down years? Player, you're down 20, you still take 4% out. In a perfect bull market, it works. But as I told Big C, who's behind the camera, before we started going, I said, don't confuse a bull market with genius, Big C, okay? You know, anybody can throw a dart when it's a bull market. When it gets choppy and funky, as they say, that's when the rubber meets the road, and that 4% rule, it's not viable anymore. It just isn't. I mean, it's one of those things where that, as I say in the South, that dog don't hunt. You know, it just doesn't hunt anymore. So how do you create income in retirement? We've kind of poo-pooed, as they say. That's a very technical term for, what is a technical term for Big C? I don't know, poo-poo is a technical term. You can use it as you want. 4% rule doesn't work. But let's just say you have millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you say, I'm just gonna buy CDs and high-yielding money markets and just peel off the interest and live off that. Go for it, player. If you can do that, then do that. Don't tie your money up on anything. If you can just peel off the interest, then do that. I always think about these professional athletes, and they get paid hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever. Hey, don't buy a restaurant, okay? Don't be a real estate investor. Just put your money in fixed instruments and get the interest. This will help the agents out there. If you have $100 million and you're getting 4% off the $100 million, the $100 million is intact and you get $4 million every year, right? No restaurant, no cars, no nothing, okay? Just do that. And I'm sure there's some agents out there and athletes that do that, but not many, because most of them run out of money. How's that even possible? A good friend of mine played in the NBA. I played college basketball a long time ago. He played in the NBA, made $93 million, broke. Chapter 11. And I told him the other day, I said, you ever thought about just maybe buying treasuries or here, maybe a CD or so? Well, you know, this buddy of mine had this real estate thing, and I'm like, yeah, that didn't work out. You know, cool. So if you have enough money, live off the interest. Nothing wrong with that. Well, Stan, I got some FOMO, fear of missing out. The markets are going up, and who cares? If you can live off the interest, then live off the interest. Okay? So 4% rule, poo-poo. Live off the interest? What's the next step? If you don't have this part here, then what do you do to create that retirement income? That's where you can do annuities. There's 4 types of annuities for lifetime income. Single premium immediate annuities, acronym SPIA. Deferred income annuity, acronym DIA. Qualified longevity annuity contract, acronym QLAC. And income riders, no acronym. Those are the 4 ways to do it. None's better than the other. It all comes down to 2 questions. What are those, Stan? I'll tell you. Number 1, what do you want the money to contractually do? Number 2, when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? Keywords in both questions are contractual. So we're talking about income, all right? So when do you want the income to start? Do you want it to start immediately? Do you want it to start down the road, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years down the road? Regardless, we can run quotes, or you can run them yourself at theannuityman.com and see what a lump sum would create, or if you say, you know what, we need $7,500 a month. How much would it take to create $7,500 a month? We have those quote parameters in there as well, so you can choose either the lump sum or payment, however you want to solve it. And you can run as many quotes as you want. I know what you're saying, Stan. You're such a giver. Give, never take. Now, granted, I do have to pay for every quote, and at this point in time, there's hundreds of thousands of quotes run every single month on my site, but it matters to me that you can shop without getting da. We don't do that. You will buy an annuity on your terms and your time frame only when you understand the benefits and the limitations of the strategy we are discussing. So, ways to get retirement money, retirement income. 4% rule, bah. Live off the interest, yeah, if you've got the money, do it. And it doesn't have to be millions. If you have a low need for monthly income, an income floor, it could be, hey, you're getting Social Security, which, oh, by the way, is an annuity. All of you own an annuity. I know that hurts, but you do. That Social Security, if you have a pension, great, add to that. And then live off interest, whatever. Doesn't have to be in millions of dollars. And then the third way is to actually look at lifetime income with annuities. Now, let me dispel some common misconceptions out there about annuities. Number one, when you die, money goes poof. When I die, damn, money goes poof. Annuity company keeps money. That's one of 45 ways to structure it, player. If you tell me or tell my team, hey, I want to make sure that 100% of the money goes to my family, not the evil annuity company, we can structure it that way, even though the annuity company is on the hook to pay for as long as you're breathing. Second thing, inflation. There's not an annuity that's perfect for inflation. You can attach a cost of living adjustment increase at the time of contract with some policies, but annuity companies don't give that away. Visual, here's the visual. Income with an annuity that does not have an increase for inflation. For the people listening, it's my hands above my head. Here's where it is. If you have a COLA, cost of living adjustment increase to the annuity, for the people listening, that's underneath my chin. It's typically 7 to 10 year break-even point. My point is don't do that. There's not an annuity on the planet that adjusts for inflation, and that includes the indexed annuity pitch that you're going to hear at the expensive steak dinner seminar when Johnny Appleseed agent stands up there and goes, I got an annuity that adjusts for inflation. You get market upside with no downside. You get 20% bonus. Holy crap. 3 lies in a row. Okay? If you believe that, then you get what you deserve, player. Come on. You're better than that. Or you can call me and say, Stan, I want to buy that pill that you mentioned that when you take it, you get 6-pack abs, just chiseled abs. You just take the pill, don't have to do any crunches. It's the same thing. If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time. Getting back to the annuities, I digress a little bit, but I made a good point and a valid point and a very violent point. Got violent. But I get mad about annuities being missold. These are contracts. You buy them for what they will do, not what they might do, not what Johnny Appleseed agent says they could do. There ain't no could, player. It's will do. You buy the contractual guarantees of the policy. Now, creating that retirement income stream, if you're married, I'm just going to suggest that you set a joint life with your spouse because they put up with your rear end for all these years, and they deserve it. And the income will continue uninterrupted and unchanged when your Learjet hits the mountain and she's not on there with you. So let's go backwards again. 4% rule, bang! Live off the interest in some form or fashion. Lifetime income with annuities. Explore it. Look underneath the rock. Don't believe what you've heard from your advisor or the dude at the cocktail party that doesn't know jack. Talk to the expert. Been doing this a long time. I've been doing this longer than most agents have been alive. Now, you're going to buy the annuity if you buy one on your terms and your time frame. We're not hammers looking for nails. But you need to know there's a source out there that you literally can shop, you literally can get advice and not feel like you're going to throw up and have to take a shower afterwards. You know what I'm talking about. Like the guy that follows you around the car lot, stop following me. We don't do that. We respect you, we respect your money, we respect where you're at. Period. End of story. One more thing, theannuityman.com, and also click that link above. That's a video that has me in a more relaxed tone talking about my company, my vision, how it started, why it started, and why you need to consider us. And because of that, I've got to move on. See ya next time.